This episode is sponsored by my Patreon page. Hello there. If you're enjoying my content, please take a moment to consider subscribing to my Patreon. Your generosity is very much appreciated and helps me to continue making content. As a way of saying thanks, Patreon subscribers get access to perks such as early access to episodes before they premiere on YouTube, exclusive content, the ability to vote and help decide on future content, access to my new Discord community, your name in the thank you section in every video, and more. Thanks again to everyone for your awesome support. Take care and enjoy the video. Hello, and welcome back to Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we were right in the middle of our hatching process for these Bagon. We're gonna pick right up, hopefully hatch a usable Bagon for the next phase of breeding. And we're already working our way towards another egg surplus. Okay, we got ourselves 5 eggs to hatch once we get through everything in the party. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to hatch. Hatch through what we have in the party. Yes. Going to... let's see here. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit, but we have one egg already. Probably gonna hatch over the next 3 or so rotations. Okay, I might have stepped forward again. I'm tempted. I'm very tempted. Why not make it a full 6? I'm gonna do it. And get to... with this many eggs, it's very likely that I should have the Bagon I'm looking for somewhere among these eggs. Well, not very likely, but somewhat likely. Maybe in that 25 to 30% range, I'd say. Even though I am being kind of optimistic, but... okay. I'll check you out. Hasty nature. Nothing is looking good stats wise. You probably have perfect special attack. Alright, let's hop on to that train. Chugga chugga choo choo. Now, I think I'm getting ever so closer to our goal. My thought process is the triple flawless Vagon. Once we hatch that, then I can begin the process of breeding and... Oh wait, once the triple flawless Vagon I'm looking for is hatched, I think the next step will be to EV train it, record that process. As my naive nature suggests, I'm going for a mixed set. So we'll have a good mix of special attack and physical attacks. And after I EV train the Vagon and evolve it into a Salamence, then I will begin breeding for the other Pokemon I'm planning to use. I will do that off screen. And after that, we should be ready to head into the Battle Frontier. Maybe perfect speed and special attack, which would be what I'm looking for. Now let's take a second to see. Yes, the Daycare Man has stepped forward. And since we've already come this far, and I haven't even started challenging the Battle Frontier yet, I'm thinking that I will, once we hit that point where I will be doing a lot of off-screen work in Emeralds to prepare for the Battle Frontier, I might start making preparations for the Battle Frontier series, and maybe start doing some preliminary preparations for Platinum. Because ideally, I'd like to begin playing Platinum before the end of the year. And if that's going to be my target, I might end up doing both. My attempt at gold symbols in the Battle Frontier alongside the playthrough of Emeralds. So if that's the case, I want to be prepared. Since I think the Emerald Challenge is going to be a long one. So And also, I should probably pick up and start throwing in some other games onto the channel. And maybe over the next few weeks you'll see me start adding some other games. Spice things up variety-wise. I don't want to have Hasty again. I prefer not to have a thousand different playthroughs all going on at once. But I'd like to pick sort of low impact games that I can play through. But I think I might take on one other RPG challenge. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna get into that 6 egg surplus. Unless I do something drastic. Here is the stage where I'm making a decision, yet to ignore the daycare man, hatch out maybe 3 or 4 eggs, but I have room to pick up what's in the party and dig into what's hanging around in the boxes. This is how you start to break down big surplus. I'm really hopeful that something good is going to be in that group. There was one female that had potential for being double flawless. Ideally, I need a male that's double flawless so I can keep passing down the moves, the egg moves. Okay, yeah. I think we've reached the... About to say, I think we've reached the eggs that were... Probably reached the eggs that were picked up in this episode. Start hatching those. Naive. Doesn't have perfect speed and doesn't have perfect attack. Might have perfect special attack, but... I'm gonna risk it and release this one. I probably shouldn't. Let's get that egg. Alright. Let's check on. Okay, got one egg about to hatch. Okay, Cameraman steps forward again. I'm gonna not pick up that egg until this one hatches. Let's see. Relax. Nope. Unless you're double flawless, which I'm not seeing, but I can't make that estimation on a relaxed nature. So let's go for 2 eggs hatched. So I recently took the time to take all of my thoughts about... Oop, here we go. My thoughts that I've been mulling over about the Pokemon encounter system and how important the turn-based aspect, or the random encounter aspect is. Turn-based aspect is brave nature here. Another discussion entirely. But how important random encounters are. I finally sat down and did some writing. And made a video about it. I've uploaded to the channel. So if you want to hear me go more in depth about my thoughts on why random encounters are an important mechanic, also very lore significant to Pokemon as a franchise, I will go ahead and leave a link to that video in the description, or maybe put it up on a little card for the people that want to check out that video. I figure maybe I'll do some more videos like that in the future as I come across topics that I feel like I have a lot to say about. Maybe I'll branch out from things outside of Pokemon. Even though so far mainly I've talked about things, but that's because I play so much Pokemon. And it is a series that evolves so quickly with a yearly to semi-yearly release cycle. Even though I hesitate to call it that. Because this is another small tirade. The Pokemon release cycle is actually more of a, 4-year release cycle? If we go between generations. Because people tend to count things like third versions and the new sort of semi-main series games they've started releasing, like Legends Arceus and Let's Go. But if we're talking from generation to generation, that is a little bit longer of a cycle than just the yearly cycle. It's more of a 3-4 year cycle. Which isn't as long as a Mario or a Zelda or a God of War, a Halo cycle, development cycle, but those are larger titles. I know that money-wise, people think of Game Freak as a big AAA studio, but development-wise, they're not quite there. At least in my opinion. Of course, Game Freak did recently announce that they are working on a non-Pokemon title that is a big AAA, looks like a Souls-like kind of game. It will be interesting to see that game and how... Firstly, how Game Freak creates it. Like what aspects what fresh things can they bring to a Souls-like or action RPG kind of experience? And secondary, how it's received. And thirdly, how that development cycle impacts or doesn't affect the development cycle of the Pokémon franchise games. So it's going to be interesting watching Game Freak over the next... I'm gonna say it'll take about a year maybe for... Maybe a year for development? Well, that depends. All they showed really was a screenshot. Or two. And they didn't give a solid idea of what the development window was and how far they were into that window, so for all I know, they could just have basic outlines and not have anything solidified yet. So maybe this game is actually at the very beginning of development and we're looking at a 4 to 5 year window for it, but I don't think so because I don't think Game Freak has ever announced a project that's that far out development-wise. But if Game Freak can pull off that big Dark Souls-like action RPG game and it's good and it meets and surpasses expectations and it sells well, then I might change my mind about thinking of Game Freak as a AAA studio development-wise. Because there are differences that people tend not to pay attention to. This one doesn't even have the possibility of perfect special attack or perfect speed. think I might be safe to release this one. Now we're eating into that. Surplus of eggs, which is good. As I was saying, people tend to think of just money, sales figures, and money earned on the game itself, that when they think of what a AAA studio is. But I also think about the size of AAA studios, and they're usually pretty big. Bigger than Game Freak, which is only what, about, I think 200 employees, around 200 employees for the company. Which is not a lot for a AAA, what a AAA studio is. And their output shows that it's within their means as a small in size studio. So I tend to think of Game Freak as more along the lines of probably a AA studio in terms of size and scope of development. Because if we go by just cash earned on games, then we would put several indie games we would have to consider their developers AAA just because of how much money they've earned, ones that have gone on to meet like huge, massive mainstream success. For example, the Undertale series. If we're going by just cash, games sold, cash earned, then that would make Toby Fox a AAA developer. And I wouldn't consider that. Wouldn't consider Toby Fox a AAA developer. Not yet. I think if he eventually goes on to open a studio and move on to bigger projects in scope than Undertale Deltarune, then maybe. And maybe I would consider him of the scale of AA or possibly AAA developer. But going back to Pokemon and the development cycle, I think that they sort of have to perfect what they do within their development window for Pokemon titles. Partially because the game does have a competitive scene, a competitive circuit. And when a game has a competitive scene, it's critical that the game can refresh and rejuvenate in cycles that are closer to yearly. It's part of why Call of Duty is a true yearly franchise, and Madden is a true yearly franchise. Because the model for competitive games, since they do need to be refreshed so often, it's either that they are yearly or they are completely online games as service type games. Like MOBAs like League of Legends or Battle Arenas like Fortnite. Or Battle Royale, excuse me, like Fortnite. Party. Okay, we've reached a half an hour, and we've cleared out that egg surplus, which is good. Now we can start trying to build it up again. So, on that note, thank you so much for watching. Another episode of just grinding eggs and talking about pretty much nothing. So, please like and comment and subscribe. I very much appreciate your comments and subscriptions and support as I'm going through this breeding process. And in the next episode, we're going to pick up and continue on with that breeding process. So, until then, thank you so much for watching, and take care.